Let's go, dog. Let's go, dog. So as you can see, you filming? So hey guys, as you can see, this is a property that we have our guys working on still. We have a buyer, so we've already thrown this on the market. What we did is we bought this house subject to out of foreclosure. This is a property on 32nd Way here in Phoenix, Arizona. Got a cute little park across the street. We bought this property through door knocking using our Go Knock app. The house was in foreclosure. Popped up on our app, and our door knocking team came over and knocked on the door. Again, didn't have a lot of equity in the deal. So what happened is we came in, caught up the arrears, gave the seller a little bit of money so they could move on, and then we came in and we did a little renovation. We'll walk through and tell you guys what the renovation was. And essentially we were the only people here that could actually buy the property. They had a listing agent try and list it, couldn't sell it. Had a wholesaler lock up the deal for a couple of months. They couldn't sell it. They canceled on the seller. The seller stopped making house payments because they thought they were going to sell the property and they were running out of money. They kind of had a bad situation, a death in the family. Really, really nasty situation. So we came in, we were able to pay exactly what they owed plus a couple $1,000s so they could move on. We caught up the arrears, we did a small renovation, threw it back on the market. Now it's on the market, it's already sold, and the buyer came in and asked us to do a handful of little repairs. So we're gonna go through, I've got Mario and a couple of the boys here doing electrical repairs and a couple little things, because that's what happens, guys. You think once you do a renovation, you're done. You're not. It's not even the beginning, I feel like. Once you get a buyer in contract, now that buyer hires an inspector. Hey, Benny.
Hello.
What's up, bro?
Good.
Benny's been with us for a long time, guys. I can't overstress the value of having people work for you that you trust and trust you. These guys, we pay them right. We probably overpay them, which means I pay them properly. I never bicker and fight over money with these guys, ever, ever, ever. I just tell them, here's my budget, can you meet the budget? And that's where we agree on terms. These guys are here on a Saturday working for us, grinding out and getting things done because they care about our company, because our company keeps them fed and keeps their schedules busy. So you guys will see Benny, you'll see Mario, you see these guys working in the property, but let's go through and take a look at it. So this house, pretty simple. Again, market here in Phoenix is pretty hot. So like normally, this is the part of me that like this would drive me crazy normally, like chipped up tile and stuff like that. But we didn't really do anything there. So as you can see, we did new flooring. We painted everything white. That'll be a common theme for me, is that I paint things white all the time. Everything just clean. Semi-gloss, make it look clean. And then the other thing is too, is we get a lot of sellers, I'm sorry, not a lot of sellers, a lot of buyers that when we paint things a certain color, they actually can't envision the house the right way. The color throws them off. So I just do white, and it seems like that just kind of neutralizes that objection. And as you can see, the boys are replacing the outlets. That's one of the things that the buyer asked for. New carpet, new paint, new flooring. I think this total renovation, you guys want to know something really interesting about this? So this is not even wood, right? Baseboard's not wood. It's actually made out of a composite material. And it's basically like pressed cardboard, essentially. How do you get pressed cardboard to wrap around? Because baseboard is very rigid. It's not very malleable. What you do here is you go to a very special store. It's not sold everywhere. You have to buy a rubber baseboard that looks the same as a wood baseboard, so you can wrap around that. So anytime you see baseboard on a curve like that, it's made out of rubber. Something interesting. So we did not replace the tile here. We left the tile. So again, this is something that drives me wild. Like, I wouldn't want a house like this where I have brown tile, gray carpet, but it's not that big of a deal. That's just me being picky. And that's stuff I have to personally get over all the time. Other things I have to get over all the time too is like, I hate these hinges. These are the original hinges. So I really don't like these old hinges, but buyers don't notice them like I do. I've been in thousands of homes. I think we've done a little over 7,000 renovations. So I can pick apart a house so fast as I'm walking through, and things just drive me bonkers. That's one of the things that drives me wild is hardware not matching. So I can walk into a house and I can tell my guys, do brush nickel hardware package, right? So they'll go through, they'll do brush nickel, brush nickel, brush nickel, brush nickel. But then boom, here you go. That's not brush nickel, it's brass. Ooh, you guys want to know a little tip? Here, let me give you a tip. Okay, this will be hard for low light, but when you get a mirror like this is water damage, right? I'm already putting baseboard down, right? I'm already putting baseboard down, so I could go buy a brand new mirror that cost me $70, $80, $90 for a mirror that size, or like go to a thrift store, go to like whatever and buy one for 30, 40 bucks. Or I just have my trim guy, while he's at it, he just throws baseboard around that and frames that mirror out, cost me 10 bucks. So saves time, saves money. Those are just little tips that we've learned along the way. So again, we did not do the tile here. The tile was already here. We just did carpet paint, very basic. House looks actually really, really good. A comp just came on the market for this house. Bobby, give me a guess. What do you think this house is worth?
$350.
You're really close, dude. Believe it or not, this house, a comp just popped up on the neighborhood, just popped up at $395. That's crazy to me. Like a house in this area going for almost $400,000 is pretty crazy to me. But we originally bought this house around $300,000. We put about 15 grand into it. The $300,000 we took over was a mortgage, so we bought it subject to. We took over somebody else's mortgage, and then we brought a private lender in to pay the arrears, pay the seller some cash, pay for closing costs, pay for a couple months of mortgages, and then also the renovation. So again, our company's $0 out of pocket, and we're probably total into the deal like $325,000. We'll end up selling this for $395,000, get probably a real offer at like $385,000. After costs and all that, we'll probably end up making $40,000 on this deal. Pretty good situation. So what's the benefit to us buying a house subject to and then taking it retail? The benefit is I don't have to go get a hard money loan. I don't have to pay doc fees. I don't have to pay high interest. I don't have to, technically if I don't want to, I don't even have to close escrow on the house. I could just take their mortgage all the way through. But we choose to actually close escrow, catch up the arrears, give the seller the cash right then and there, and then control the mortgage from that point forward. And then boom, 60 days later, have the house already sold. So renovation took us 2 weeks, put it on the market, got this house, I think that's what happened. A comp came on the market a couple weeks ago at $395,000. Our buyer came in at $385,000. We took the offer. Now here we are in escrow with that buyer, and we're doing repairs for that buyer because they asked us to do a couple little things. Like they wanted all new outlets. They wanted a handful of other things. So we're going through and knocking that out. It's probably gonna cost us another $2,500 in repairs. And then we'll end up netting about $40,000 on this deal. Whereas if I got a hard money loan, it would have cost me another $10,000 in funding fees and hard money interest along the way. So it saves you money when you're doing a subtail, and that's what this strategy is, a subtail. That's it, very simple house.
And there will be no surrender. Yeah. Come on, here we go. You know that this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever.